Today, we're going to be at Crown Point Elementary School, where we're talking to City Year Jacksonville's founding executive director, Dan Foley. Hey, Dan.
Hey, Allishia.
Welcome to Crown Point.
Thank you for having me. Excited to be here.
I'm glad you're here. One of our newer partnership schools.
One of our amazing elementary schools.
Yeah. Hey, Dan.
Hey.
It's good to have you at Crown Point Elementary.
It's fantastic to be here. First time.
And 10th anniversary. I'm doing your job now.
You're doing the job. That you do so well.
That you used to do. Oh my gosh. This is amazing. I'm glad that we're getting to chat today. You have an incredible story, just generally as a human, but connected to City Year for a long time.
So for me, service has always been an important part of my life. As a young person, volunteering, doing work in community was just always a thing I gravitated toward. And when I was finishing up college, I thought I wanted to become a physical therapist. So I got into a doctoral program for physical therapy, and shortly there into my experience, I was like, I'm called to do some kind of service, but being a physical therapist is not the thing that I want to do. And I just said to myself, I don't think that there's anything more important that I could be doing with my time than getting out into community and doing service. And so I found City Year. Was really lucky to become a corps member in the South Bronx, New York. From there, had the opportunity to move to Los Angeles, where I served on the City Year Los Angeles staff for the better part of 5 years. And then, as you know, after about 5 years of doing that work in Los Angeles, I got the opportunity to move here to Jacksonville to help work alongside of you to really, and many others, to really found City Year Jacksonville. And I'm just so excited to be here today and beginning to think back on what 10 years of serving in this incredible community is.
I'm sure you spent a lot of time talking to people about this. I know you have, why this work is important, not just for the students that we serve in the schools that we serve, but for the larger community.
You know, if you really take the step back, there are certainly very specific value that we bring to individual students, individual classrooms, individual teachers every single day because of the work that we're doing. But the net effect of all of that is we're helping to deepen the fabric of connection, of engagement, and of flourishing that should exist in all communities. Think of the students that have been served by City Year in those communities that have then done their City Years, who have then maybe they've become teachers, but maybe they've become parents or employees of companies in those places. And you know, they are then able to reinvest in their communities in a myriad of different ways because of either the experience they had alongside of a City Year Corps member, the experience they had as a City Year Corps member, or the experience that they had in leading City Year Corps members. So the levels and the ripples of hope, as you know, that come from the acts of service that we get to do on a daily basis are truly borne out when you think about City Year on a more macro level, what we contribute to our communities, and then over the long term, 10, 20, 35 plus years.
Yeah. I would love to hear the work that you're doing for the national strategy of City Year. We're talking about what, version 3.0 of City Year is in our vision and mission, and how you see that showing up in Jacksonville.
We think that corps members serving alongside of students in schools is a gift. And it is an impactful gift, and it has exponential value. But it is not the only thing that will help develop thriving students, thriving schools, and thriving communities. And we think that we have more work that we can do to help promote thriving students, thriving schools, and thriving communities outside of just the relationships with students that corps members have. So, as an example, here in Jacksonville, you know that you've been facilitating a pilot that we call the Network for School Improvement, and this is a pilot that brings together teachers and school administrators from specific school districts to identify challenges that they want to work on through continuous improvement practices and to work on those challenges in a cohort-driven learning-filled environment. But not only are we working on them within singular schools and districts, but we also get to build a network of other like leaders across other school districts and bring them together and say, hey, what are some of the challenges that we're trying to solve here in Duval County? Oh, what are some of the challenges that we're trying to solve out here in Tulsa? And what are some of the challenges that we're trying to solve out here in Milwaukee? How are they similar to one another? How are they different? And what can we learn from one another? And so you've been working on that. There's a very real example of what we think of as our expanded value proposition beyond City Year Corps members working alongside of students in classrooms that allows us to really create value and contribute to, again, student flourishing, school flourishing, community flourishing.
I've told you this before, probably not enough, but you taught me a lot of what I know in my service, and I'm grateful for that always. Thanks for taking the time to sit with me at Crown Point Elementary School. I'm thankful.
Not to steal the last word from you, but City Year made Jacksonville my home, but we all know that family makes a place home, and you are certainly a part of my family. You've been there while I've gotten married, while I've lived here in Jacksonville. I got a Jacksonville baby right now who will go to a Duval County public school, and it is the family and community that we've been able to build alongside of one another for 10 years that I am most proud of, and I'm so grateful to be led by you.
Make me cry over here.
Good job.